Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm Father Tim Shilcox from St. Norbert Abbey, and this is Virtually Sunday, presentation of Whatsoever You Do Incorporated. We continue the Christmas feast, God's Word made flesh, God right along with us, with the celebration of the Epiphany today, uh, reminding us of the truth that Jesus is coming not just for a chosen slice of humanity, but a light of revelation to all the nations, to everyone. All of us invited to seek his light and walk in that great light that heals and forgives and guides us homeward. Back on January 2nd, on Monday, it was a legal holiday for New Year's. Happy New Year's, too, by the way. But at any rate, sort of a quiet day. We all have one more day before going back to work or going back to school. And putzing around the Abbey after supper and drawing the day to a close, just checking in on email and social media to see if there was anything that I should know. And I noticed that a good friend, both on Facebook and in person, had posted just this warning that sort of took me by surprise, or this invitation, prayers for Damar Hamlin and his family and his team. And I'm thinking, who is he? And what's up? And so I searched around a little bit, couldn't find anything for a little while. And then eventually things began to come up on the local television stations' websites, on social media, even on email, that Damar Hamlin plays for the Buffalo Bills, playing against the Cincinnati Bengals on Monday Night Football. He had been tackled and then collapsed on the field. As the story began to unfold, it was clear that this young man, only 24, in his second year of professional football, a graduate of Catholic high school out in Virginia, I think it is, that he had suffered a serious medical incident, a cardiac arrest. And as the pictures became clear, as the postings on Facebook increased, it was clear that he was in serious trouble, that they had called in the medical team, that he was being tended to on the field in front of thousands of people for more than 20 minutes. Ambulances eventually took him off to hospital and medical care. He's in critical condition as I prepare this on Wednesday morning. Please God, on the road to recovery. What was so beautiful, in many ways so unexpected, was that faced with this unimaginable, unthinkable event, all sorts of people, both there in person and throughout the nation and on the internet, quickly turned to prayer. I loved one posting on the Facebook stream. Don't go back and look at the video of what happened. Take some time to pray for this man. And there were pictures of his teammates and men from the other team taking a knee. No political, no statement like that. They were taking a knee in prayer. Grown men, strong men, powerful, popular, successful men, in tears, afraid, confused, stunned, and not sure what was going to happen for their teammate, for their friend, for this talented young man, just at the beginning of life, at the beginning of his professional sports career, and whatever else life may have in mind for him. All of a sudden, despite the bright stadium lights, they were cast into darkness. And it was in that darkness that something deep inside reached to them, called to them. They knew there was nothing else they could do that would be helpful to Damar except to pray for him, to turn to prayer. The next day, Pastor Franklin Graham, Billy Graham's son, remarked in a public message about how amazing it was that dark moment, that frightening moment that seized not only Damar or his teammates or the people on the sidelines or the people at the game or watching the game, but that sees us all in a certain sense. What's happening? How can this be happening? What can we do? that in that dark moment, so many turned to prayer, turned to God, turned to the promise of salvation, complete and total healing that God offers us in Jesus Christ. Please restore him. Please protect him. Please save him and take care of him, O God. Please help his family, so scared and confused. Please help his teammates. Please help all of us. Our lives also touched by darkness, by the need for a healing light, for a sunlight that will reach in and do what we are unable to do or guarantee ourselves, to make us whole, to bind us up, to heal us. The three men are mysterious in today's gospel. We've given them names by tradition: Caspar, Balthazar, and Melchior. Sometimes they're called magi, whatever that might mean, magicians. Sometimes they're called astrologers, professional stargazers. Sometimes they're called wise men. I like the last of the three titles the best. It couldn't have been just professional curiosity. It couldn't have been some magic trick they were trying to understand or solve. We don't know, but we can infer and imagine that the sight of that star and the hope that it embodied, the light that it cast, not only in the night sky, but on their own lives, somehow moved them. We don't know what they were struggling with. Maybe their lives were in a mess in some way or another. Maybe their marriages were on the rocks. Maybe they were lonely. Maybe they had suffered physical health problems. Maybe their financial situation wasn't so good. Maybe they were misunderstood or ostracized in their local communities. But along with the gifts they brought, you can bet that they also brought some baggage of darkness, believing that somehow, wherever this light would lead them, would be a source of healing. Maybe, however, it might have formed in their minds and hearts a kind of prayer, which is a desperate cry. Help! I can't fix this myself. Is there someone out there, as our 12-step brothers and sisters say, is there a higher power that can help me to do for me what I cannot do for myself? I'm desperate. I can't figure it out. I can't make it right by myself. I would suggest it was their darkness that brought them to look for the light that signaled Christ and to make that perilous journey in the darkness. That's the only way you can see a star and follow it, obviously, except for the sun or during an eclipse. But otherwise, you can't see a star unless it's dark. And you can't follow it unless you're willing to travel in the darkness, to acknowledge that this is how it is, that this is my path and I have to walk it. Whatever wild beasts might be on either side, whatever thieves or marauders might be out there looking to bump me off, whatever danger there might be of going over a cliff or over a waterfall or whatever, I got to walk this dangerous path. And in my darkness, so desperately walking it, searching for the light that will lead me to that higher power, to that divine light and healing, which as Christians we identify as Jesus Christ, the light of the world, which no darkness can extinguish. It was true long ago for those three wise men. It was true Monday night in a way we wouldn't have expected when we got up from the supper table. That darkness, that fear, that an awareness of our incompleteness brings us to our knees, brings us to call out in desperation, please God, save our brother, heal our brother, restore our relationship, protect our household, bring together our divided United States, end the political wrangling, help us to become kind again, help us to trust in you again. I bet it's true for you like it is for me. Please God, like it's been for the world through history and can be again, that our problems, our messes, our brokenness, our wounds, they're what drive us to our knees, not our successes, not our self sufficiency, not our possessions, not our popularity, none of the stuff that we can do by ourselves for ourselves. It's not enough to save us. It's not enough to heal us in the clinch. It's not enough to rescue us from death or hopelessness or despair or addiction. Only God can do that. It's a feast of light, the Epiphany, a light of revelation for all the nations and the particular glory of Israel, Jesus Christ. It's a light that God wills to shine on all people. And given human stubbornness and willfulness, human pride, and this crazy lie about our being self sufficient, strong, and sleek, and popular, and cool, studly, do right, handsome, drop dead gorgeous, in the face of that lie, that we're enough by ourselves, the Feast of the Epiphany reminds us that just like the wise men searching, we travel in darkness. We do not travel alone. We travel with a guiding light, a healing light, an unfailing light that is God's love for us in Jesus. And we also, once finding that light, once healed and transformed and renewed by that light, we are called as individuals in the witness of marriage and family life and single life and friendship, in the life of the church, we are called to be that light for other frightened and broken and wounded people traveling in the darkness. Join me in praying as you listen to this for Damar, that he might be healed and restored to his family, that his good work might be able to continue. And pray for all of us touched by this story, that it might not be just a flash in the pan, but a guiding star that gives us courage, that gives us comfort in the darkness, because we trust that Christ is there to heal and help us. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. God bless you one and all.